Hello and welcome to Encore, the arts and culture show here on France 24. I'm Jade Barker. Today, he's the sexy Spanish singer who's been crooning about love for nearly 2 decades. We sit down with Enrique Iglesias to talk about his latest album, which sticks to his theme, sex and love. Plus, mixing music and imagery, meet the French band that considers an animated monkey named Goz as much a part of the group as the other 5 members. And it was named the Oxford Dictionary Word of the Year. Everyone from Barack Obama to Ellen DeGeneres is getting in on the act. Now New York band The Chainsmokers' song #Selfie has gone viral with over 17 million views. First, though, he's sold over 100 million records worldwide, enjoyed 13 #1 songs on the Billboard Dance Chart, and is one of the biggest Spanish-language artists of all time. Now, an astonishing 20 years into his music career, Enrique Iglesias is back with his 10th album. France 24's Julia Seeger caught up with the singer, who told her the title of the album, Sex and Love, sums up exactly what it's about.
I got a taste, I want an overdose. I love the way she gets so physical. Animal.
It's your 10th studio album. How does it feel to reach this career landmark?
Well, it feels like my 80th album. And the reason why I say that is because I've been in the studio for such a long time. I feel good about it. Any album you put out, you're always nervous. You don't know exactly how your fans are going to react to it. But you always go with your gut. And you want to be as honest as possible with your music. And when I say with your music, I mean just putting songs out there that you like, that you enjoy, that you love at some point. You can't go in the studio, or you cannot write songs trying to satisfy everyone else. You got to satisfy yourself, and you got to make sure that you love them.
Your last album dates back to 4 years ago, Euphoria. What can fans expect from this one?
This album's it's very eclectic in the sense that it goes all over the place, but that for me is what makes it exciting. Being able to, first of all, to be able to sing in both languages, English and Spanish, and also to work and collaborate with artists like anyone from someone like Kylie Minogue or Pitbull or Flo Rida or Marco Antonio Solís, which is a Mexican singer that's one of my favorites. Musically, also going from a beat like I'm a Freak to suddenly like, well, Beautiful with Kylie. They're so different. And when you're making it, at times you do think, oh, how is this going to all fit on one album and go from one spectrum of music to a completely different style, you know?
Y no tengo el valor de escapar para siempre del dolor. Demasiado pedir que sigamos en esta hipocresía.
What can we make of the album's rather suggestive title?
Sex and love are 2 emotions that we all feel, no matter what religion, no matter what nationality, what color. Sexuality is one thing that always will be one of the driving forces in music. And then love, we all know, we all know what it feels like to be in love, what it feels like to fall out of love.
You've collaborated with Pitbull again on the song I'm a Freak, but also with Kylie Minogue. How did those 2 collaborations come about?
Well, Pitbull, he lives in Miami, and we actually met 4 years ago. We just got along, we became good friends, and we were always talking, we see each other a lot, and we were always talking about music. He plays his music, and then I play my music, and then I'll be like, oh, I like that song, I would like to collaborate. So Pitbull and I, we became good friends 4 years ago, and from there on, we just got along, and we collaborated in a bunch of songs together. Kylie Minogue and other collaborations that have happened in this album have happened, I like to say, very organically, in the sense that it wasn't through the record company. It was mainly through either a friend of a friend or someone that played a song that I was working on, and that other person or that other artist liked it, and then we got together, we spoke, and we discussed it, and that's the way most of my collaborations have happened in my career.
Let's talk about that clip, the video for the song I'm a Freak.
Yeah.
It has you partying with quite a lot of ladies. Most of them don't have a lot of clothes.
That was shot in my college days. I'm kidding, no. Look, it's just the director wanted to do kind of like a Project X, just a fun party that everybody, not so much, not too planned out, and just having people having fun. There's videos I take 4 hours, and there's videos that take 4 days. This one took 4 hours, which is kind of fun, actually, and not so planned out.
It's already been a huge hit. There's 1.6 million people who've already seen the video online, but it's also raised some eyebrows. Some feminist websites are calling it this year's blurred lines. Did you set out to be intentionally provocative?
No, I don't think it's provocative. I mean, what is there in that video? What is there in that video that we haven't seen before? It's not like I'm trying to... by the way, Blurred Lines, I feel it's a great video. But not at all. It's just, it's a party. I mean, a lot of us have been to crazy parties in our lifetime. There's no, you know, there's nothing really in that video that I think it's really that shocking, if you ask me.
In 2007, you performed a rare concert by a Western artist in Damascus. There was an audience of 10,000 people, I think. Having had that experience, what is your take on current events right now in Syria?
It's crazy you asked me that question, because I was actually talking to my manager about that the other day, about being able to perform in Damascus in 2007. And for me, Damascus was one of the most beautiful cities that I had visited, that I visited touring. The fans were so grateful, so it was such a good concert. And then to see the devastation and what's going on there with the civil war that's going on in Syria is really sad, because it's not the Syria that I saw. You know?
Now I have a question for fans here in France. In 2008, you sang "Tired of Being Sorry" with a French singer, Nadia. Mm-hmm. In the future, which French singer would you like to collaborate with?
I'm always open to collaborations. It's just, a lot of times it all starts with a song. Nadia, how it happened is we actually met through a friend, and she was the one that picked that song, because we're actually going to collaborate on another song, and she really liked that song, Tired of Being Sorry. So she's really, I got to give her the credit for having the vision to be able to see that song as a duet, and to be able to say that that was a perfect song for our collaboration. And that's a perfect example of how a collaboration can work so well. And when it does work well, how powerful it can be. Because that was, I think, my breaking point, at least for me, in France.
Well, thank you so much, Enrique Iglesias, for answering our questions here on France 24.
Give me some of that.
All right, we're going to move on to a completely different style of music now. They mix metal with funk, rock with hip-hop, and music with imagery. French band Shaka Ponk are breaking all the molds. The group formed in 2004 in Paris and have just released their fourth studio album called The White Pixel Ape. Perhaps the title is a homage to the sixth member of the group, an animated monkey. Thomas Waterhouse explains.
Your average rock band is normally made up of a singer, a guitarist, bassist, a drummer, sometimes even a keyboardist. But it's rare to find a virtual monkey joining in. He's called Mr. Goz, and he's the mascot of Shaka Ponk, a band breaking all the rules. Geeks and graphic designers, movie makers and musicians. When their magic blend comes together, this is the result. Hey, you're the one I like. I wanna share your love tonight. I wanna smoke.
We have fun. We get great pleasure out of struggling and working out how new software works, how to make the monkey move in a different way. And they've made quite a splash in recent years.
4 albums and a host of concerts and festivals, with more than 1 million tickets sold.
For all 6 of us to be happy, that's a real success. And when the audience shares that joy with us and it does something to them, it's amazing.
And now, with a brand new album, they're at the top of their game, mixing their beats and videos together like never before. They're clearly technological wizards, but they are also masters of stage performance. The acrobatics of the lead singer have already caused him several injuries, but it's all been worth it. They now have a huge, multi-generational fan base.
There's the sound, the visuals, the whole atmosphere. There's everything. They've nailed it.
That's why their concerts sell out weeks in advance. These whiz kids have now packed up their kit, monkey and all, for a year-long tour across France.
That brings us to the end of today's show. Don't forget you can get more music and culture news on our social networks. Before we go, though, we've just got time to tell you about one more musical hit. Remember the selfie Ellen DeGeneres took at the Oscars that went viral? Well, New York band The Chainsmokers have capitalised on that star power to get their song called #Selfie noticed. And the DeGeneres touch seems to have worked. The video is currently getting around 1.5 million YouTube views per day. We're going to leave you now with a clip from it. Enjoy and see you for more culture news soon.
So, what do you think? Did you think that girl was pretty? How did that girl even get in here? Do you see her? She's so short, and that dress is so tacky. Who wears cheetah? It's not even summer. Why does the DJ keep on playing Summertime Sadness? After you get out of the bathroom, can we go smoke a cigarette? I really need one. But first, let me take a selfie.
Well, if everyone else is doing it, let me take a selfie.